Hi, my name is Mr. D, and today I want to take a look at simplifying trig expressions using identities. So we have express cosine x times secant x minus cosine x in terms of sine x. So to start this problem, we're looking at cosine x times secant x minus cosine x. And the goal is to express this in terms of sine x. So the first thing we could do is distribute the cosine x. So for the next line we have cosine x times secant x minus, and now we have cosine x times cosine x, which is cosine squared x. But now at this step we want to make use of the fact that secant x is equal to 1 over cosine x. So for the next line we're going to make a substitution. We have cosine x times 1 over cosine x minus cosine squared x. So at this step, notice that cosine x times 1 over cosine x, these two expressions will cancel out. Cosine x divided by cosine x is 1. So now for the next line, we could write 1 minus cosine squared x. But at this step, because the task was to write the original expression in terms of sine x, we want to make use of the following identity. The fact that sine squared x plus cosine squared x is equal to 1. So to generate this 1 minus cosine squared x, all we would need to do is subtract cosine squared x from both sides. And notice that sine squared x is equal to 1 minus cosine squared x. So this tells us to finish this problem, we could replace 1 minus cosine squared x with sine squared x. So our final answer is going to be sine squared x. So we have the expression cosine x times secant x minus cosine x is equal to sine squared x. So just to recap, whenever you see one of the reciprocal trig functions like secant, cosecant, cotangent, it helps to write them in terms of sine or cosine, and then try to make use of this identity to simplify everything further. Okay, well this is going to conclude this video on simplifying trig expressions. Thank you all for watching, and I hope that this was helpful.